Okay. Welcome. Let's see. Make sure everything's technically right. It's looking good so far. Well, we'll see once we get in here that had some technical difficulties with the VTube character. So she's not doing too well. Welcome. Let's see. Thank you. Didn't think of trying to say this. I hear myself. That's what we're trying to fix before we get too far into here. Cool. Okay. Welcome, Smargdus. Something close to that. Thanks for keeping company as I try to flail around here, trying to get everything going here. Yeah. I think we'll be fine. It's just kind of like, yeah, just a little disappointing them. Now wondering how I'm gonna do tomorrow's stream where I don't have a way to. Oh, might have to figure out some ways, but yeah, I'll explain it once we get in here. But hopefully everyone's doing all right. Welcome, Panado. Thank you, Star. For the star emoji thing. Welcome, Judd. Yeah, see, it's my goodness. It's we get people come in. It's all right. Won't just be you. Hopefully. Yeah, this will be fun. Little, I guess, a break from Paper Mario for a week or so. So, yeah, I think we can probably jump right in. Hopefully, let's see. Yeah, let's just go in. Let's just jump right in. Boop boop a doo. Okay. So you might know. Let me get music. Okay. Might notice something about me. What a little different about me. Yeah. My character animator that the software that I usually use to do my head tracking and VTube model. I did an update with Adobe. The Adobe update broke it. Or I could find the exact thing that I got. It's a little small, but some sort of file main DVAB MD projects, all source error backends, data stream comment that there's some field ID mismatch in data stream run reader. This indicates either data corruption or a bug. So I updated my character animator like last night, but then didn't really check it, or like I forgot to like open to see whether or not it worked. So today I just scrambled to make a new PNG tuber. So hopefully that'll be okay. Obviously it's not as well-rounded, but at least I have some sort of arm tracking with this, my tablet. And I have a way to say hello to you guys, so that's as far as I'm able to do things. So, sorry. Yeah. But hopefully it'll be just enough of a... Otherwise I was scared that I wouldn't have any way to do this, have any kind of visual. So, otherwise it'd just be a void instead of the screen there. So, anyway, hopefully you guys are doing better. I had a tough week. This week I had to do like 100 plates for like one order, and then like a whole bunch of other stuff come in. So was able to finally finish it last Friday, but man, it took so much out of me. Just like repetition of it. It wasn't like hard, but just making like 100 plates for basically every school, elementary school, and I guess the school district or something, where like at least two kids won some sort of award or something. I don't even know what it's for, some achievement thing or something. So I was the only one who could work on it because I'm the only one who's trained on this particular machine in the entire office. So I had to do the entire thing on my own, while also trying to do other stuff and do my other responsibilities at the same time. So I'm honestly tired. So hopefully this will be just as much work, if not sometimes more, with this. But let's see. So I don't exactly have a full plan. This is about as far as I got, where I just kind of put everything in here. But yeah, we got the background and then all these little rabbits and stuff. We can start with, I made a carrot. That's the least interesting thing, but so each of these are full, well, at least, you know, certain angles of the characters here. So I'll be able to eventually be able to just kind of get some little wizards and widgets here and be able to slide some of these body parts around and be able to animate them like this. This is Toon Boom Harmony. So I got a front view and a side view. All these are messed up right now just because it's kind of the only way to like show every possibility for every single part. So, but you don't usually have to do that. Once I set this up, then I can just kind of like move things around, rotate it, and then just kind of play with it. Made the rabbits like super easy. They're like super simple. Look how simple this is. I mean, this is pretty simple. With the amount of nodes and stuff. So honestly, not too much going on, for especially for how complicated I wanted to get everything to be somewhat 180 degrees of lateral movements here. So I'm able to move things and have little buttons to be able to squash and stretch the ears within reason. And squash the whole body. I think all of these are the same, so it's just that they're different colors and this ear's a little floppy. But I think they can also, let's check. Is that the blink? Or let's see. Actually, I don't see the blink. Might have to check that then. People. Interesting. Maybe I need to add that in. But obviously that'll be easy to implement later. Right now, I don't have an exact story, but I have an outline, I guess, for the Father's Day animation. Is that Hitch will be, he'll be in the garden, and then the rabbits and Sparky will just kind of be hanging out, and then he'll have to like kind of take care of each one as things happen, I guess. It's hard to, I haven't really thought of it, so it's hard to explain it, you know. Where I want it to be like almost like a video game where like Hitch has to like, if Sparky starts to act up or something, then Hitch will come over and be like, oh no, and then tries to take care for Sparky, but then the rabbits then are like doing something else, and so he's got to like run over there and like take care of like each one as things go bad. Wanted to have like maybe moles or something to like they can like come out of the ground or something, and then Hitch has to like use his earth magic to be like stomp him out. Yeah, I think I want to just start going on that then. We'll start with the storyboard, at least get some ideas going on here, and then maybe can't tell right now. Let's check. Maybe it says I have excellent connections. Maybe it's just trying to restart here. Well, maybe this is just saying I shouldn't be streaming or something. Oh, maybe we're back. Oh, I just looked at the preview. So maybe that's okay. I have like two previews. That one's off, but this one seems to be on. Are we good? Give me a code word or something to say that we're actually live or not. Or that you can hear me. Because this should still be movable. With all that. Obviously the everything else should be okay. Huh. Hi. Okay, awesome. Okay, so what happened was I'll recreate it without touching any buttons. I think I pressed M as in monkey, and it broke the... It might have had some glitch with the Sammy stuff that I got, so I'm probably just gonna turn all of them off. I'll leave that one on actually, and then we'll go from there. Actually, I can probably leave this one on, because then I can still do this. This works. No, it does not. Cool. Maybe the whole WebSocket thing broke too. I would say it's a glitch with Sammy. I mean, I started today with having a glitch with Character Animator where I had this error where... That's why I'm using a PNG tuber. Is because my regular software I use for the character that can move back and forth with my Derpy, I got this field ID mismatch and data stream reader error. So we're off to a brilliant start here where this broke this morning, where I had an update last night to Character Animator, and now Sammy broke during the stream. So it looks like the restart worked. So I guess we'll continue, albeit it's just, you know, a little annoying. Okay. Well, I guess I can tell everyone then if it's still not loading to refresh your stream, just in case, because we should be good now. But some people might forget that, oh yeah, if it's not loading, that you can refresh your stream to make it work. Okay. Well, welcome. Hopefully all the kinks out of that should be okay. Okay. What was I doing? I think I was just trying to like zoom in, and then I think I just pressed M as a monkey, and then just to make it zoom in, and then I might have had M be a certain trigger with Sammy. Like one of these might have been something. I think one of my scenes was M, but I changed it to be Shift M, and it broke or something with that. Probably some logic with the buttons or something where I wanted to change it so that I can press my Toon buttons, and that should be separate from my Sammy buttons. But yeah, so anyway, what? Apparently don't have red. Okay. That's fine. Okay. We'll just add a nice grayish color here. Get into here. Gray. Yeah, I can draw. I can make it a little darker actually. Okay. I think we're good. Let's just make couple things here. So this is Father's Day special. I'm doing this early because I'm going on a vacation next week, and then obviously next Sunday is Father's Day, so I won't be here next weekend. So I have to wanted to do a stream where I'm actually able to work on this, but apparently maybe I'm just trying to go against me here. I think we're good now. Okay, so horse. What does Titchman look like? I don't remember. I barely watch the show anymore. Anyway, we'll just do some quick sketches. Just to get some... I don't know. of him, and then we'll figure this out. Okay. Sorry for the delay in this. I'm sure the VOD will be fun to watch. I guess you can just skip to 20 minutes in or something before I actually start drawing. Welcome. Hi, Ice Swimmer. Also, hi. Hi. Hello. Let's see. So I can't use my sim, which I try to fix, so I guess I can just go pop, 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 pop. I'm waving, almost. Yeah, I did. I liked your, it's very nice to see traditional drawing, like on pen and paper. It's always fun. I think I want to have maybe a rabbit here. How do I make a short stroke and it makes it? There we go. Rabby. We could have like another rabbit. Kind of like looking over here. Otherwise, yeah, I liked it. It was fun. Obviously I'm not fully in the loop of like your OCs and characters to be able to be like, oh yes, that is something that that character would do. So, sorry about that. Maybe over here. And this could be looking off to the left. Okay. And then let's have another. Maybe Sparky can like play with the rabbit, or like trying to pretend to play with the rabbit. I don't remember what Sparky looked like. Okay. I don't have a full idea of what I want, but I just kind of like have an outline of I want Hitch to kind of play with the have to like micromanage every all the different characters together. Maybe like Sparky could be like sitting or something. No, this is horrible. Horrible amount of Sparky drawings. I see. I think it needs like more. And then these are bigger ears or something. Is there anything in the middle? Nah, it's just big things. Okay. So we got Hitch. And then the 3 rabbits. Let me see if I can... Where'd they go? I want to move them to the line art. Line art sub layer. Make things a little easier. And then let's see. This is just for my own sake, really, to do like this. Kind of keep track of it easier as well if it's kind of in the right sub layer that I would understand. Okay. So I want things to happen, but I think I just want to make a whole bunch of ideas, and like maybe you guys can help me too with this, of different things that can happen between all these different characters. Let's see, the little interactions. So maybe, what would Sparky do? What would Sparky do if a rabbit? Maybe, well, maybe the rabbit is doing something. Like maybe the rabbit is eating a carrot, and then Sparky's like, "I want the carrot too," and then the rabbit kind of like bites Sparky or something. Stuff like that, where it's kind of like these more situational things that want to happen. Bring it more closer to the screen here. So that would mean I'll need to have a carrot. Maybe it's just eating it from, it's just eating the leaves part of it. And so it's just kind of kind of eating it. And then I think I want to separate everything just so I can have different, essentially if I have these as different blocks, I can have these as different timelines, essentially. So I think I'll make 2 more for all these characters. We'll have this be 4, this be 5. Out of order. It's probably going to be easier for me to understand, actually. Let's see. Windy whistles. Those are windy whistles. Talk about a film version of Squeaky Clean with an OC. I think that's why. Yeah, the windy whistles is the someone's mom. It's either Fluttershy or Rainbow Dash, right? I think she's Rainbow Dash's mom. It's been so long. I haven't been keeping up on anything really. Really gotta. Ugh. Okay. Separated it now, so each of these are on their own individual blocks here. So if I want to, I can like say like hide Hitch. I can hide this rabbit. I can hide this rabbit. And I can hide this rabbit. And then hide Sparky. So, okay. Just so if I want things to change, I wouldn't have to like worry about updating, because I'll have like a whole bunch of pictures here, and then if I need to change something about it, like if I had like 20 pictures and I want like all of them to also, if I want later on to have a carrot, then I would have to like change all of them. So separating it is a lot more easier than trying to manually add the ball back in. So okay. Okay. So we'll have the different streams here. Right. Okay. So I'm not gonna time this out, but just kind of make different pictures. So we want the next picture change to be Sparky to instead now kind of like what kind of circle is that? So I go in and his tail goes up a little because he's excited or something. And then his arm is that he's gonna grab the carrot. And then we'll have the so like that. So we go pop, and then we have a new drawing of Sparky to instead eating the carrot. And then be kind of happy about it. I'm just going fast because I want to make up the time for when we didn't have things going right. Forgive me how sloppy this is. Yep. And then the rabbit here will then be like maybe like bounces on its head or something instead of like a bite or something. And then Spark could be like, huh, and it starts to cry. Something like that. Okay. Now to do that. Okay. Yeah. Num num. And then let's have a beat of just a rabbit being like gets upset. Like, And then new drawing. Okay. Jumping up in the air. It has little legs. And then it landing. Actually, ears will be up. Okay, and then Sparky will react with new drawing. With it being a little like upset, maybe like going like and its thing's going out and he's like bleh. A little like shock would be like pull. Bonk, 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 bonk. And then next frame of rabbit will be. So now I got this as a collection. I could just kind of go back and have it be back here. Just to save a little bit of time there. And then new drawing of Sparky will instead be crying. So when you cry, your eyes. That's the nose, and then you just get a big. Eh. Tail up. And then it like drops the carrot on the ground. It's crying or something. Yeah, yeah. And then at this point, obviously Hitch needs to be part of all this. He'll just be kind of watching, and then he'll react here to then kind of like not that far. Okay. She's Rainbow Dash's mother. Okay. Try to join in that pose. When she's trying to talk as my friend how she was. There's God gets for swimming bedtime. Oh no, yeah. It was good. Have you had any experience with digital drawing, Ice Swimmer? So I'd be curious to see like how how far you can get going if you use any specialized tools like what I'm doing here. Obviously, I'm literally using a premium version of an animation software, so I got a little bit of a head start, a little bit of a bit much here, so. And then it should be like, uh-oh, and then starts to walk down or something. Like, it's okay. And then that's not selecting. It's gonna be a little awkward as he'll be kind of like walking into the foreground, but also not really moving towards anything. Might look a little weird. Usually walking it's just like left or right, so it'll be a little weird. I think it'll be okay. And then you kind of just be here now. How does he resolve the issue? Maybe, let's see. Maybe we could Sonic and Krita. Oh, Krita's fun. I've had someone else like comment on like what kind of softwares and stuff, like what do I use and what should this other artist use, and it's like I don't know, it's gonna be whatever feels right to you. Like I can't say like, oh yes, if you use Adobe then you'll be a professional animator, you know, or same if, you know, use any other X product or something, then you'll be an animator in no time, or, you know, do this and you'll be a cool artist and everyone will love you. It's kind of like, I don't know, you know, you can just kind of look through, I said to like look through trials or look through videos and be like, oh, is this software, you know, does this layout and how it kind of feels, you know, works for you. I feel Toon Boom is much better for me personally because I've used Flash for so much, and it's like I felt like constrained by Flash, by the way that all the tools never really, you know, let me be as creative as I wanted to be. Where Flash had like the symbol system where I felt locked out by not able to only being able to really animate one particular thing at a time. It'd be like as if I was only able to animate Hitch's eyeball at one point, but then if I was like, oh, but what if I want to animate the rabbit, you know, and, you know, make sure that he's moving, you know, the right position at the same time, you know, but I'm gonna like go in and out and stuff. So Flash is arguably easier to understand, at least to like start out with kind of animation if you want to be a professional-ish kind of thing. Cartoons are still made in Flash to this day somehow. So it's good to know, but as an interesting standard, Toon Boom is also still there. There's still cartoons being in Toon Boom if it's newer. But I think even like Smiling Friends, the Adult Swim one, is made in Flash, or it has so much multimedia stuff that the main characters are animated in Flash. So like more webtoons and more other adult shows are made in Toon Boom. So it's not like those are the only programs, but at least those are the main big ones that you'll hear obviously from time to time, more often than not. So yeah, again, it's just kind of like your personal preference, you know. If you find that, oh, I hate, you know, using Toon Boom and I'd rather use Flash, then, you know, by all means, that's more power to you. I mean, you can, no one's really gonna, if you're working on your own stuff, you know, no one's gonna say, hey, wait a minute, what are you doing? shouldn't you be using more interesting sounding like Toon Boom, or you know, even if you're using Krita or something, or Krita, it's like no one's really gonna. As long as the art's, you know, good and you know, use all the principles of art and animation and stuff, then who cares what you made it in? There's like that photorealistic picture of Santa Claus in MS Paint from like probably like 10-15 years ago. It's like, wow, if someone didn't tell you it was made in paint, you wouldn't be able to tell. So that's you know, it's right. Picking the right toolbox is probably more important. And so that's just kind of like me. That's like, yeah, I know Flash enough that once I moved over to Toon Boom, a lot of my knowledge of learning stuff came more naturally than I guess if I didn't. So I think I want to put Sparky on Hitch's back, which means I need to make him 100 times smaller, but and then he'll be like kind of like bouncing him up and down, and he'd be like, whoa. So you can use, you know, the same tools, but it's just like how your toolbox is built is more important. Ease of use and all that, to be like, oh yeah, you know, I'm able to draw this well because I know how to use a hammer, you know, basically. It's like I know you know, how to draw, and I know how to set things up, and how onion skins and all this. Obviously all this node stuff is new, but you can pretend that they're the same kind of symbol stuff. You know, still got a timeline down here, so everything's okay. So we're just gonna Hitch, new drawing. To make them shorter? To make them whole thing shorter? So I just want to bring them down and over. And Sparky. Yeah, we'll just kind of roll back and forth on this until he goes, whoa! Yeah. And then beep, beep, Sparky, and then change the expression to be like, yeah, yeah, and then Hitch will be like, and then we'll put Sparky back a few, pretty much back to the beginning. And then Hitch will here have a new drawing. Select all your right stuff. Okay. And then that's just one thing I want to happen, so yeah. Let's expand this timeline out. So all we really got is Sparky stealing a little carrot, and then Rabbit goes, nah, and then bonk, and then cry, and then Hitch tries to like bounce him and then put him back. I'm thinking, let's see. Oh, it's only in flat colors. Flat colors is good. I mean, that's what all of this is. These are all flat colors. There's no gradients, I think, at all in any of them. I think I've removed most of the gradients off of Sparky. I had like So I do have the original, more complex Sparky in the back here. Let's see. S. Yeah, and this one. I think I got little like highlights, and these are like little gradients going on in here. See how complicated some of this gets. But for the more chibi and this kind of easy style, I just removed all of that and just kind of made it more. I guess I could put like a little nostril thing. We just got there. Obviously, all the little dots and doodads will be invisible once it's rendered, so that's not like anything I need to worry about. But yeah, I could do. I think I tried to add some brightness and contrast to like his limbs. If I can move him into the screen and kind of show that off. Did I try to add some? Because I noticed that when it renders, that it's kind of hard to see his arm. So I try to add all these brightness and contrast to like make his leg a little bit darker once it's in the back, and for his arm here, let's see which arm. I can make this one a little lighter so I can actually see it as an outline, because otherwise you don't. So noticing that stuff like this, like if you're the main bad thing is that if with flat colors is that you're gonna have, you know, overlaps, and so I want to avoid as many overlaps as I can, at least just for putting the same color on top of each other with how simple this character is. That means I can't, you know, can't get away from having the arm be over his body, but both of those are the same color. So once you strip away all the extra shadings and stuff and all the more gradients and stuff with the more complicated character, it's like, oh. So I was thinking of trying to minimize that by having something like this where like his arm's a little bit lighter, just so you can see it as a silhouette. So like when it starts to animate, because you want to have the most clarity to go on. Obviously with the OpenGL view, all of that goes away, but once it actually renders, this is what the final picture would look like. So all the actual dots will be invisible. There's just for me to be able to select things a little bit easier and be able to squish them. I'll be able to squish them without the boxes, but the boxes help me be able to shortcut my way to these. Otherwise I'd like find and dig and be like, oh yeah, here's the node I want. Or I can use this OpenGL controller box thing, select it, and then I can animate it from there. That's what these little dots are able to shortcut my way to all these 2-point constraints. It's not that the dots themselves have the information, it's more that they're shortcutting to more complicated things like these 2-point constraints, which have 2 nodes on one on each side, and then by squishing it, it constrains it from the other rotational point kind of thing. So a little complex, but yeah. Let's see. welcome. I'm feeling a little stiff today, so that's why not able to exactly emote too well. What did I just looked at the closed caption. I said a bunch of numbers. That was weird. Anyway, let's probably get out of here. A huge amount of boxes you got going on. We'll be able to, you know, be able to pose it and then kind of get it to a point and then like start to animate it a little bit more better. So a lot of these are just literally just shortcuts so I can get to where I need to a little easier. It's not like the boxes well, I guess the boxes here have some sort of special, but I still have to like set it up. Like all of these mouths, I have to like manually set up each shape, and then the magic is that it just interpolates and like trying to shapes in between. So I still have to make this, and all these shapes here. And so the magic is just that it's trying to figure out what would be in between each of them. And so I can like lip sync and try and get to a nice mouth shape somewhere in the middle. So, yeah. Okay. Let's make up more ideas for... My screen's really dirty, so I'm just trying to scratch some of this out. More ideas, maybe do a little bit less in terms of full-on storyboarding it. Just so we can get going here. Probably just... I think probably just for the stream here, probably not gonna get too far, but... most of this will be... I guess the rest of this will be on my own. So let's see if there's anything else I want to do. Because I did want it to be more Hitch trying to fix everything. Maybe he's trying to do something here. Maybe he's trying to water a plant or something just so he has something to do. I could put that in just as a picture idea. You know, some sort of watering can. Some sort of thing there. That's just a weird teapot thing, isn't it? Okay. And eventually gets like put it down or something, and then he's like, oh. But then it could be like, oh, now we got the watering can, you know, set down. I can copy that. Let's see. Oh, sorry. that was my Wacom was trying to say it. I didn't say Mike then. I'm sorry. I did see you. I was like trying to like wave instead of actually saying your name there. Sorry. I keep forgetting. I guess I should see a thumbs up and I'm like, ah, cool. Well, welcome. It's good to see you though. So you can like put it down and then later on something else could happen. Like I want... do I want another board? Huh. Could make another storyboard 6? Let's try that. Put that in because I want more stuff to happen. Want like other characters, I think. I want like a mole to be like underground or something. Maybe I could just have it just be the bunnies. I don't know. You can tell like how far I got into ideas of this. Where it's like, that's about it. So I'll just take this and then paste it and then... So right about here, I need to swap it. And then... That doesn't make any sense. Okay, it disappears. Okay. And then... Problem is that he's still kind of there. He's probably going to be a little larger too on screen, so if I need something here to happen, I need it to be a little bit higher up, so maybe he can drop it a little higher, which maybe can hopefully work. And then here, try and line it up. Guess I can here. That's fine. Okay. Because what I want is... What happened is that something's gonna... Ow! A mold's gonna kind of come up and then... be a little thing that come across, and then maybe makes the thing fall. I know, I'm trying to figure this out. So how would this work? What do you think? It could be a mole. Kind of goes rip rip, and then like hit. Does that make sense? Or like kind of like hit the water can on the. It could like does it fall in? What do you think? What do you guys think? As I scream into the void. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, she's very supportive of her daughter. Both of them, both parents. And of course, Ramadash is like, it's a little embarrassing. Yeah. Well, I Swimmer, what do you think about my problem? I'm trying to figure this out. So I'm trying to see whether or not do I want the mold to be. Let's see, where am I wanted to just kind of make some sort of thing going across here, and then do a new one of it slowly coming across, and then it like hits the watering can, but then what happens? Trying to think whether or not it would hit because of I'm trying to figure out like the physics of it. I just can't rationalize whether or not I want the can to like, because it'd be on the top, so it just kind of like gets. I'm trying to think whether or not it falls in, because there's no hole, but it'll just be kind of like loose ground, I guess. So I'm just weirdly at a loss of trying to figure it out. I haven't been paying attention. Well, I think I just tried to explain it at that point. I guess I could just leave it like that, and then I kind of want it a little bit higher up, maybe. We'll just change that when we get there, once I get into the full animation. And then Hitch can then add a weird oblique angle that we have here. Let's see. Maybe kind of like maybe like looking up and then be like, uh-oh. Maybe the bulk of I'm just trying to stage it out, maybe is that maybe the water can be a little bit higher up, and then maybe the mole can actually come from the other side, and then it'll kind of have to cross behind this guy. Where's my tabs? Okay. So instead, we get rid of all this, if I can. I'm just gonna restage it. So instead, so that's 2, 2, 3. Let's see. Welcome, Sasha. I think. Welcome. I have a little arm here. Ha ha ha. Welcome. So 1, 2. So instead, we're gonna have it be more coming in this way. Let's. Can I delete? Yes. And then from here, new drawing. Now we're here. And from here, it should be like, uh-oh. And then what does it even do from here? Why don't you like use his earth magic, earth pony magic or something, and then be like stomping the mole out, and then be like, oh, and then like it goes back or something. Like it just kind of like makes a new trail, but just kind of going back or something. and then maybe Hitch can be like do more magic and then make the ground go away or something, so it'll go back to normal or something. This is gonna be a lot of work just to animate it. Using 200% of my brain just to make sure I can even figure this out. So you get to see the fun struggle of trying to figure out what and how and so okay. Huh? And then new drawing. Wait, we want the legs to be. Want them legs to be walking. Get a little determined here. That's a weird nose. No, too much weird hair. Okay. Reposition him. Yeah, it's like, because I want him to be like here, but then he has to like walk weirdly backwards to get from here to here. Maybe you could like just literally do a back angle then. So I could just do that. Some weird spider legs going on. He'd be like, nuh-uh. He's like, huh? And then another drawing of him getting up here. And then we get back to pretty much one of these poses. But instead, get rid of this. Make sure everything is good. Then like overwrite it somehow. Good. Yeah, there's a little disconnected trying to select versus draw here. Because I got him back here. Huh, do. And then, what's the pose for? Is what I think I did in the visual novel. The visual novel was just like him kind of like stopping his foot, like one foot and going like bop, bop, bop kind of thing. Let's see. Guess I could just do that. Does he have to like think about it? I might have to like actually watch the show. Ah, jeez. It's lovely. How many of you guys have actually just sat down and watched? I'm done waving. How much of this show have you guys watched? Let's see. Still going about that. That's okay. Okay. If I should watch the show and figure some of the stuff out. Okay. Am I doing this justice in some way? Cookie. None of that 2D. Ah. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I feel like I've seen, well, I guess episode-wise, I've probably seen more 2D episodes. I don't know. Because I obviously have more of a 2D bias. I think I want to kind of have him kind of like rear up or something. Where'd my body go? Maybe kind of like have his legs kind of be up a little bit. Maybe the mold could be kind of slow, so he hasn't actually got to this point yet. So maybe we can kind of elongate. Yeah, that's probably better. That's more stakes-wise, probably better. Nuh-uh. And then Big Boofa, where then he's like... And then takes a lot of energy, so he's like, nah. And he's like, nah. And then green sparkles all kind of happen. Nah, boof, boof, boof. And then we'll retime this, or at least make this be less. So he'll be actually faster. Let's see. And so right before, there'll be another oof. And then at this point, it'll be like, whoa. Oof. And then it'll also kind of be like, whoa. And then we'll go back to here, to this frame, and then we'll have a frame here, and then we'll have some there, and then have it just kind of go around, I guess. And then on Hitch, we'll be like just kind of watching it, and then he'll do another Pomf, and then all of this will just be like Pomf, and then this will kind of get some magics and sparkles, and then it'll disappear. Back to normal. Nuh-uh. Poof. Okay, I need some water. How we doing? We don't. I see. That's pretty funny. Okay. We have two-ish things that happen. Where Sparky steals the camera from the rabbit. Rabbit goes bonk. I'll add like a spring or something kind of sound effect, I think. And then Sparky's like, nah. Hitch is like, uh-huh. I guess I could change this into a front-facing, which probably would be even more freaky. And then a little bump, and then it's like, oh no, stop that, and then bop to get rid of it. I want one more thing to happen, but I need everything to kind of be in the same place. I need everything to reset, so what should we do? We could do something with the other rabbits or something. One more thing. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, this could probably take... All of this could take like 20 seconds. I think... Timeline-wise, this is about as many frames as I can probably have. For a YouTube short, it can't be longer than 1 minute. So, in 24 frames a second, this is actually a long... How many frames you get for 1 minute? So actually, it's a lot. So, But I usually like to call it at around 30 seconds, which would be half of 1440, which would be around 700. So, yeah. It's hard to know how long some of that stuff will take timeline-wise, but I think I might as well just have more ideas just to make sure I have something, you know. Otherwise, I feel like I'd just kind of be a little too short at this point, you know. Because right now, it's actually everything's kind of in the same place as this. So Hitch can just like pick up the watering can and then Ash should be done. So otherwise, for the status quo to reset, because I want it to be a loop where I want everything to kind of go back to exactly where we started from. So actually, this is pretty good. So maybe it could change more things. So this is kind of like nothing set in stone phase, where it's like, well, start spitballing things, and it's like, well, I guess that can happen, but then I would have to change everything that I've done so far and have to redo it. Because I was thinking like, well, I could have something to do with the other rabbit at this point, like after Sparky, instead of changing it to here, something happens with this rabbit, don't know yet, and then later the mole can actually come from this side from here, and then he'll have to be over there. Yeah, there's too many possibilities. That's like, starts to freak out. That's like, uh-oh, I can do a lot. So I don't have an exact script, so it's just kind of making it up as I go along, which it's kind of fun, but also it's kind of like, oh, once you start drawing things out, it's like, like I had to change that position of the mole. He'll just make some things work slightly better in stage-wise, because I feel like this works a little better. Unless I move the other rabbit, which I can because all these are separate. Because I think I can just take one of these rabbits, that one, or this one. Because I can move this rabbit off or something. I want like one rabbit to just like have nothing going on. Like I'm thinking of like this one rabbit here is just munching on something and not part of the story at all. Or has no event that could happen, like how this rabbit actually does something here. So that's what I mean. My idea that I was just thinking about is that this rabbit starts to choke and on like a rabbit on a cabbage or something. I don't know. I don't know. And then Hitch has to do like CPR on a rabbit that's choking on some cabbage. Otherwise, I don't know anything else. Do you guys have any ideas? I kind of set this up somewhat. Obviously, it's all spitballing, so if I need to change things, I probably have to anyway. Probably to change some of the stuff I already have here. So, that's what I mean as well. And I was like, great. So, don't want to say like, everybody let's stay on task and try and figure this out, but it does kind of help me a little bit to figure this out. Oh, jeez. Huh. Okay. He just squeezes money, the carrot pops out. Okay. The squeak sound. Okay. Yeah, we can see how that works. I can try it and see what happens. Ba-ba. So that would mean to get that to work. Is that this one? Maybe this rabbit could just be somewhere else. Otherwise, it's kind of going around. I guess it could work. What's this one? This will be the one that's just kind of, whoa, hanging out. Moved my whole system there. Ah. Okay, so I want this one to kind of be more relaxed, so it's just kind of... Yeah. Maybe just kind of just looking down and just kind of hanging out, and then he just has a leaf or something. And just kind of hanging out. Maybe he's just eating a flower or something. And then there'll be other flowers here. And then the whole time he's just like munching and going like ram. But for this one, we want him to also kind of, what was it? Okay, so we still want the CPR, but maybe he just squeezes it and a camera pops out. Okay. Canned rabbits choke. Do I want that as a search? Let's do it. Canned choke on food. Do they have a gag reflex? Okay, it looks like yes. Yes, okay. Cool. Let's learn something. Alright, so rabbits can choke on food, especially if they eat too fast or gobble their pellets. Signs of choking include pawing at their mouth, drooling, raising their head, pale gums. There we go. Okay. And you always want to be scientific about this kind of stuff, so I just wanna make sure. Okay. Let's do that. Cool. Okay, I'm just setting everything back up. Okay. Yeah. Let's extend. Make sure I have enough time here. And then, should it be this one? It could just be this one that's actually eating. And then he'd be like, oh no, and they just gotta go back. Or it'd be easier to just have them walk. To have Hitch kind of be like, be kind of like looking at him anyway. I don't know what Sparky's gonna do the rest of the time then. Those just have to be playing patty cake or something. Where'd the carrot go? Yeah, the carrot disappears at this point. So, yeah, there'd be a lot of like inconsistencies I'll have to address. Okay. Boop boop. And then at this point, well, we should establish that it's eating. So we'll go back to the first frame. And it should be eat too fast or gobble their pellets. Is this? Okay, so should also be checked to see if you're. See if they have overgrown teeth or spikes or molars. Ow. Okay. Huh. Okay. So we will give it a food. We're gonna feed this guy. Okay. My idea was that I was gonna eat a pumpkin, and then it was gonna like be like, I'm eating two small parts of it, and so like eats the entire pumpkin whole, and then Hitch is like, whoa, you know, like this guy will inflate or something, and then he'll do CPR on a rabbit. Huh. Because the whole time he'd be like, why is there a giant pumpkin or something? Maybe it could be a giant cabbage or something. What does cabbage look like? Cabbage will be green. Huh. Wow, thanks. Wow. Just searching. Huh. Interesting. I did choking for rabbits. Can rabbits choke on food? And then I typed in cabbage, and the autocorrect says cabbage for rabbits? Like it knew, like after, like that being the next thing it would search for. It's like, huh. I wonder if there's a good cabbage for rabbits. It's like, wow, it actually autocorrected. It's not that scary, but it's just kind of like, oh, never seen that. They're getting smarter. Can you eat a cabbage whole? Okay. So maybe it can get a leaf out of here, and then the rest of the whole chunk. So that's just kind of like nibbling on this one bit here. Out of this cabbage bit. Okay. And the whole time you're like, nom, 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 nom. You'll be like, I got it sucked. Everything. You're like, nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. Okay. And then, oops, lost my mouse. There we go. And then you'll just have like a little like yip. I want it to be a little further away. Let's see. Can I select? I want to select most of this without this part. Ah. I want to move it further away, and so it'll just be this one leaf that he's eating on and nibbling on. That's better. Okay. Yum, 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 yum. And then at this point, we'll have hopefully this one. Yeah, it's new frame. Okay. You'd be like, how do you, you open your mouth, you go, oh, and then you go, and you're like trying to drool or something. And then your whole body will go, let's turn it back off. You'll be like, and then we take this out. And take some of this other stuff out. Okay. And then we'll have another picture of it being the opposite way. You'd be like, it's so horrible. Nom nom nom. Okay. But it'd be like really cute, like squeaky sound, like a squeaky toy. And so he'd be like the whole time, and then he'll just be like, "Oh, gee." And so he'll like see that, and then actually on you, horse, will be like, "Uh-oh." We'll be like, ah, blah, 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 blah. Where is it? Ah, blah, 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 blah. And then, woo. And then, she'll have to run. Am I good? Yeah. Over. Get something like that. Ha, who. What do we got? Squeeze bunny and carrot bars up. Okay. He likes to have to pick the rabbit up, maybe like rotate him, and then just kind of. I'm gesturing with my whole body, so that's not helping. For you guys, so I'll have to kind of get over and like try to grab, because he have almost hands. So he like grab rabbit, and then change whole body position, change this. Kind of be more up straight, and then arms, and then you. Ow. Hop, hoo, hop, hoo. No, not that one. You're not okay yet. Ha, hoo, ha, hoo. And then this one will now be not selecting. You. I'll flip them. Because ears are down or something. It's got little tiny legs too. And then hitch will be like maybe a little bit more straight up, or maybe it didn't become straight up. Rotate it from this axis, and then this guy, and then we'll squeeze him, and then hand in the right place, like whoop. And then at this point will be the exhale, squeeze, and then this will be the down, over, and then you will be the same thing. And then move some of these extra lines here. There's much time to catch with Concord. Well, that's a thought. If she can break the sound barrier, if the Concord can do that, I'm not sure. Then it'll be whatever's faster than the speed of sound, because that's our only really measurements, you know. Mach 2, interesting. That still doesn't help me. But okay. Ugh. And then we'll just have, it could be like a little cute leaf that kind of like Animal Crossing, where it just kind of goes whoop and then down. So you could be like, ha, heh. Or it could be more out. It could be like a hop, hop. And then it can like try and catch up speed. And then kind of like get its own kind of lift up. And then tries to kind of go up a little. As it kind of goes down. It could be like, what? And then wrong one. And then it falls down. Keep pressing the wrong button there. And then it disappears. Okay. Whoa. Let's do 2 FPS. Not 20. Just 2. Maybe 4. Okay. And so, beep boop, beep boop. And then somehow we need to get some sort of transition back to frame 1. So we'll have frame 1 here. And then, let's see, here. Oh, I made them way smaller. Good thing I'm not a traditional artist who needs to actually focus on that sort of stuff. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I see. Oh, I gotta go back up. Okay. Maybe let's see drawing a couple times by a few different people. I've seen fan art. Let's see that. Yeah. You know, I've done some fan art for some of the people that have been in chat for a while. I guess if you want me to, I can see what I can do for that. If you want me to draw a Yorosi or something in this kind of horse style, I can find them. This kind of like chibi style or something. If you're interested in that, let me know. Always like helping people out like that. It'll just be like a regular like JPEG or something of them. Won't do like a full animation or anything. I can send a couple, but if you want to send me a little bit more, if there's a way to have it be in Krita, or at least some more detailed or something, I could do that. I think that'll be fun. Okay, so around here, hup, hup, hup. Hitch will be like reacting now to the thing falling out of the bunny's mouth, and then this will be the transition back to normal horse mode. Horse mode engage. Actually not. Arms here should still be holding the rabbit until here, to which I need to put arms back down, and then I'll be like slightly happy about it, be like, yeah, and then he'll be going back, and then that's basically gonna be end of it then, I think. Cause that'll be like the big like weird climax of being like, whoa, what's going on? Like that was a big thing that happened, and then we'll go back to normal. Back to the first frame basically, and then for it to loop again. That might be enough for me to do within the next week or so. Because again, I'll be leaving around Friday next week, so there will be no stream next week for Saturday or Sunday. So I think we'll have a stream tomorrow, but might need to look into the Adobe Character Animator to see what this whole error about this is going on. So yeah. That's great. Okay, I think the difference here is that I need to fix carrot there, and then just a new frame for Hitch to just kind of be him turning. So we'll have a front-facing rotating. That'll be here for like 2 frames or something. And that's why I got the other angles here, so I could just use this when I need to for this frame here. As it's gonna rotate and get ready to walk over. Eyes are a little weird. Let's try that again. It's gotta be squarey and then over. Okay. And then take the whole thing and flip it. So you can either pick up the watering can here, or you can kind of like walk around it, then spin around to face left and then pick it up. All these little things of like, do I open or close the door? There's one like animation where we tried to do it on stream where I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure out whether or not I needed to close a door or not. And it's like just freaking out and like completely like breaking down and being like, should I close the door? I don't know. Let's see. Thank you, Priscilla. Not sure exactly what we're talking about, but thank you. Hope so. Let's see. Like with this, I could have him actually easier if he kind of fish walk. Yeah, he just needs to walk around and kind of go around the water and then pick it up. Slightly awkward story-wise, but acting-wise, I think acting-wise is probably going to be a little awkward, but I think just for my own sake, because then he has to, because then he's going to hold the watering can for a little bit longer than he needs to. Because then, like, if I have him pick it up at this point, where he's walking, and then somehow pick it up, and then go a little bit more to the left, and then spin around to face right, and then starts watering, it's like, ah. So I think I'll do is have him just kind of get over here. New frame. Select him, and just kind of have him go above and around it. And then have him flip. Have him be around this spot here. And then, yeah, we'll kind of just go back to frame 1. Where he has the watering can. And then, let's see. Watering can is trying to grab. Is this one. So from here, it needs to actually disappear. So to be some sort of transition here to here. Seem to add one frame here and one frame here. Here. Yeah. Here. So new frame here of him being front facing. I like to have his eyes closed when he's spinning. That looks a little weird. I think because this is too far over. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Show me this maybe image of manual to help you. Oh, the back may have trouble with it. Okay. I will check that out. Probably a little later. I see. Okay. Oh, there's your Sonic image. Cool. Thank you. I'll get that for you. Okay. So about 20 minutes here for me to keep working on this. So we'll need to fix the carrot that's down here. And then see if there's any other inconsistencies or so I can fix out. I can buff those parts out here. So that's actually part of Sparky. But then it disappears here. So see if carrot is part of this drawing. So I can copy it. Next frame, paste it. Next frame, paste it. Next frame, paste it. This is what I mean. Like I didn't want to do all of that. Was the carrot ever part of? Yes. I'm just seeing here. So from here, maybe rabbit here needs to change back to eating, and then in this one, we'll get rid of the carrot on this frame. And then they just kind of hang out for the rest of the whole time here and be like, yeah, okay. Okay. So what do we got? Something like that. How does that work? I could play it again, but I think it gets a little awkward near that one frame in the middle. Obviously, it's not timed out to be too correct, but like some frames might be longer, some might be shorter. I think it actually kind of works. It's the first frame here, and then last frame here. It should be the exact same. So that's good. I see that this actually disappears. These little grass only exist for one frame for some reason. Let's extend that all the way to the end of time itself. Okay. For my next magic trick will be I can lay out all the characters and see if the scale works. And then we'll go from there. Okay. So here's the characters, here's the carrot. So I also need a cabbage and then a flower for this guy. So, but at least let's get all buns in here. Got my first frame. So the problem is that I want to actually start the animation at frame 50 because I don't want to have all of this going on. And I still will need if something wrong happens with the, if I need a frame, but then something with the whole transformation breaks, basically I just need to have this as a reference. So I don't want to touch any of these frames. So I like to start way after at a next nice sounding frame to be like, here's my go frame. So here's the real start of Annie. And then I like to mark these. Obviously they don't really do any real coding to animation. It's just it's like having a post-it note to say like, yeah, okay, here's my turnarounds. And then say don't do anything until this frame. So I'll need to grab all these frames and then have all of them start 50 frames later. I think one of these needs to not exist after a while. Actually, I think that stops. Okay. I'm gonna try an animator one day. Honestly, not as a free thing. I would have to start charging for something like that. That's why I'm like, I can spend like 10 minutes, you know, make a little character recolor, and then be like, hey, isn't this cute? And you'd be like, oh, okay, cool. But if you want something extra, like actually animate and do all that kind of stuff, I would have to take that more as a real commission, and then I would have to charge you for that. Yeah, but otherwise, if you want that, I'll be okay with that. But yeah, I wouldn't want to spend my time animating something like that for free and then be like, especially if I'm gonna spend much more of my time actually animating, because you see, I like how trying to make something original like this does take a while just to brainstorm it all, and then each frame takes forever. So yeah, that'll actually then become a commission, I would say. So okay, I will add keyframes into each of these on this frame. Camera does not need a, oh, that's a carrot. Does not need a tween. Okay, so frame 50. I see that they don't exist for that long, so I'll have to go all the way to the end of time just in case, and then grab all these and then add frames. Go back, and that it should just exist. It's weird, but eh. Okay. So let's get now bunny, frame 50, and move around. I need to make these guys like super small. Okay. So I think this one had the ear, so I'll put you there, and this is where I can then try and pose their first angle. It seemed kind of thin. Just gonna stretch you out, maybe, I think. I don't know. It seems weird. Something like that. Would I draw it into someone else's style? Was that like your default? I was gonna do it in this style with that's why I showed off to say like, would you want it in this, and I could just recolor this and then put the hair on, and then that's what I mean, like I should just be done after I do that. So that doesn't take too long. So I would just take this model, take the hair off, put the new hair on, recolor it to be a different color, and then that'd be it. So that's what I meant with that. Does that work for it? Yeah? Or would you want it to be a different style, which that might be a little more than, I guess. Or at least just more time. Because then I might have to make a whole new puppet style or something. Let's do you to be the choker. And then they have little names from like the hats that I gave them from the Easter one. So it's not much more than, it's not like their name or anything, it's just kind of like whatever hat they were wearing. Let's see. Why are you saying I wouldn't forget to put their cutie mark on? Because I think the Discord. Oh, it's cute little rubber ducky. Yeah. I guess that's usually like the longest part, at least especially if they're like more detailed cutie marks, then that does take a little longer. But it's nothing too more tricky than adding hair on and stuff. Yeah, I would also include that in. Yeah. That'd be all part of that package then, I suppose. If anything else like accessories and stuff would also be kind of self-explanatory then. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't completely clear with that then. I would, yeah. Let's see. Let's make HP about that size. This is where I mean I need to have. Does it have a? Let's put these Or not. Yeah, oh, yeah, these are pegs. That's dumb. Yeah. Forgot to also include that, so that means I need to copy. I wonder if I can copy this frame. Copy this frame and then put it here and then with the peg. And now the peg says where Hitch is, and then I got the pose for all the different things. This actually works pretty well with my storyboards. That should work pretty well then. And last is Sparky. Frame into position. Ah! That's the rotation point, so you can see and that does need to be in the right spot. Okay. Alright. Shouldn't be difficult. Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna be tricky, it's just probably like if some of them get some cutie marks get a little complicated. I had one as a commission recently, and it was pretty geometric, so it should have been easy, but like it was cut off halfway in the reference picture, and like had to scour through to figure out like if there's other pictures, and it did take a little bit of time to figure out how it was actually supposed to be drawn. So I think your picture looks pretty okay. So I think I'll be able to make do with that. Yeah. I'm just trying to imagine because I think I have to put Sparky on Hitches there. So I could make the rabbits a little wee smaller, but not too much. Let's see where there's my rotation point. I'm trying to grab it. Make them a little bit. Okay. Party could be a little bigger and wider. And just kind of hanging out off to the side there. Okay. Cool. Okay. Oof, I know. I'm spinning my brain here trying to do all that. Sorry if I'm getting a little rude. It's just kind of like, well, I know what I'm doing, so don't you worry. I'm doing something for free. I'm not gonna half do it, half bake it. So I'll do it right. Don't you worry. Alright. Okay. That makes it purple. And then I think they don't move. Good. Probably should fix this guy. Neural. Okay. So that's good. Carrot. That's the last thing here. It appears that it might be invisible. It only exists for one frame. Let's make it not. Let's make it not. What? Oops. Okay. Beep, beep. Insert. Okay. Override. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Yep. Draw her in your own cell and draw to get my counterflank. Can do. All right. I'll probably put it in the same Discord. Probably in the same server so you can find it. Why don't I do it like immediately? You know? Guess that'll be whenever I'm available then. Okay. Boop. So now where's Carrot? Carrot. Okay. Whew. Well, welcome, Matthew, and thank you. I don't know. I felt like I kind of peaked when I did the Derpy test, and then I guess people kind of forgot about me or something. Because I feel like most of my views were from Equestria Daily when those got posted, and be like, here's a new animation from Yoshi Greenwater, check it out. And I guess that kind of stopped. I guess I should eat the actual carrot part. Yeah, and since then, I haven't been, I guess I don't really promote too much as like within my own circle, I guess, you know, which I guess is somewhat of a no-no or something, or I'm not doing anything. I'm doing pony stuff, and it's not like I also do any crossovers and like any of my tags, you know, the searchability is kind of hard. For my cartoons, where it's kind of like, oh, if you know me, then you know me, but if you don't, then it becomes impossible or becomes invisible. So, I don't know. It's yeah. I'm slowly losing subscribers. I've been keeping track, and I've been losing subscribers recently. So yeah. Or at least for a long time. It's just kind of slowly been, over time, being like, yeah. It's, slowly going away. I guess I haven't been doing regular videos as well. I've been focused on the shorts, which I thought the shorts would do better, because that seems to be more modern of a present videos now, but apparently that's also kind of dying out, so. Or people want longer videos, and it's like, I don't think I can do a 4-hour video animation. So yeah. So I haven't been posting regularly, haven't been posting anything that would be searchable as a thing that people would be wanting to search for. Yeah. There's a lot of reasons, I suppose. Yeah. So obviously, if I get 1 view, then I'll be happy, you know, even if, you know, and someone comments and says, like, oh, that was a cool, alright, you know, and that'll be enough. I got a, you know, 9-to-5 job, so don't have as much time per day to work on this kind of stuff, so it's more just now, just, working on this more as a hobby. Like when I was a kid, I did this more as a anytime after I had no time to, after I did my homework, I would spend all the time animating. And so like in junior high, like I wanted to make videos every week, and I guess that, with a combination of doing something regular plus pony stuff at the time, you know, when the show was actually still going, probably helped out a lot. And then Derpy Test just kind of randomly got viral, and now it has over 4 million views, and it's like, yeah, how about my other stuff? Do you want to watch my better stuff? And everyone's like, no. So yeah. So anyway, I'll just keep going, and you know, did some other stuff, like I did the visual novel video game, and trying to work on a movie to be the big project. And unfortunately with that kind of stuff is that it just takes a lot longer to make those kind of content. So, you know, people want a million things per day, every day. And it's like, I can't really do that. So, sorry. Yeah. Let me see. Can share it on Facebook groups. Oh, thank you. Yeah. As I said, like, I don't really promote it outside my own circle, so it's kind of like, oh. Like, if you're not part of my circle already, then it's hard to find it. Yeah. What did we do today? We had a couple of technical stuff. I think I resetted the stream, so I think, like, apparently we're good now. And then we did some storyboards. we could watch the storyboard again. Get rid of everything else. And we could just watch this. And then might change things up, but I think this is pretty good for now. And then I'll try and get this done by, so not this Sunday, but I guess next Sunday. So 2 weeks Sunday. I'll try and get this complete, and you'll be able to watch it. So please watch it. But let's see though. Make sure you guys are good. Okay. Shorts are attractive. I hope so. I don't know. It feels like a lot of people would want to watch the 3-hour videos. And people are like, wow, I want to sit down and watch that. Rather than, you know, getting the 10-second dopamine of like crazy stuff happening and then being like, ah, okay. So we're gonna do start frame 50, end frame here. And then we're gonna loop it. And then we'll just watch it a couple times. Okay. And right at Derpy. And come at Derpy. Yeah. I did try to get into TikTok, but it's like it had a good algorithm, but then I felt like it got too in a loop with like that kind of, you know, it's kind of like when you accidentally click one thing and then you'll see that as an ad on the side, and it's like I never actually wanted that, but now I just get bombarded by that same product or something that I accidentally clicked as a thing. So it's kind of like, oh, now that's all I see, you know, is kind of stuff that I'm not actually actively interested in, but I just happen to watch it just because like out of weird curiosity of it, and it's like, oh well. So and YouTube stuff also gets in a loop, but I feel it has shorter videos. It has to have shorter videos. TikTok has longer stuff, so it's kind of like, oh, you know, it's kind of like, oh, you almost have to like have a weird commitment to it with TikTok. That's like, okay, do I actually want to sit down and watch a 10-minute TikTok? And it's like, ugh, that sounds like weird and like so not contradictory to it, to the whole platform statement. But I feel like with YouTube, especially the shorts that I've been watching sometimes, is that you can watch, you know, like 20 videos, and I feel like half of those are the same video, but from different people doing the same meme in a way. Like if I watch, you know, I like Hatsune Miku, so I watch like one video of one song, and then watch that as a regular video, and then I watch YouTube shorts, and it's like, oh, I'm just watching the same 10-second clip from that Vocaloid song, but different artists making it. So it's like, that's fun. But then you scroll from one video to the next and be the same song, and it's like slightly different, and you get the different artists doing it. So it's like, oh. You get like a gacha life version and like a hand-drawn version, and then all these different versions and variations of the exact same 10 seconds. And it's like, you keep swiping and swiping over and over, and it's like, just, can I get something else? So that's the other problem with that. So, yeah. Yeah. Try putting an emoji in if your hashtag is good to get shorts when you use. I think the shorts do have hashtags that I've made. But the hashtags are like kind of like the meta tags, you know. It's kind of like when you have to label it as like a school report or something. It's like, this contains MLP, MLG5, animation, tone boom, you know. I guess I don't do the, you know, what's he cooking, you know, kind of those kind of questions, you know, titles, or, you know, my videos are just kind of very straightforward of like Father's Day 2024, Easter, you know. I guess they're not as again, like SEO, search engine optimization kind of thing, where I guess I should do more stuff like that, but me personally is like, I don't want to do that, you know. So I'm sure there's a million things I could do to make videos have a million views, but it's like, I don't know. I honestly don't know whether or not I want to have videos have, you know, more than even like 5,000 views sometimes. I think it'll be okay. You know, obviously at this point I'm doing it as a hobby, and I'm just kind of doing these streams only for like 2 hours, and then working the animation for another couple hours, and then it's like I'm just kind of have to get ready for work, you know, in the morning on Monday. You know, so I think that's good here. I think we can go to toaster time, and I can focus on any other conversation points. That's saved. Boop boop be doo. Beep. Hand down. Hand down. Hand. Hand down. There we go. Welcome back here. Let's see. What do we got? I can actually look at your chat. I had to like squeeze it in so much that I couldn't read half of your sentences on my screen. I have it as a little pop-up with the chat, but like the way that I had to squeeze it to like put it on the same screen, I couldn't actually see most of your sentences there. Okay, cool. Hello. do. These them songs and tracks, yeah. Maybe what I'm gonna do is do wacky title. Far to say. I know. I feel like I want to say I'm above that, you know, with the wacky title stuff, but it's like, if that's actually how you get views, then I just feel like that's so cheap. Like, it just goes against the, you know, like I'm trying to, you know, make somewhat of art, you know, and it's like, oh, if I have to resort to like doing something cheap of like, you won't believe what happens in this video, where all the shock faces and like the soy boys pointing meme, you know, kind of thing. So that's why I did like the April Fool's video where years ago where I had the like, news, Derpy doing the news, and on that thumbnail I put a whole bunch of circles and arrows on the thumbnail and be like, yeah, check that out. What? So it's like, yeah, that's, you know, it's like opposite day with April Fools, you know. So I was like, yeah, I don't actually want to do that. But if it means that I get, you know, 2 more views, and it's like, it's not worth it, you know. Yeah. I mean, a Derpy Test, you know, it's such a bland title anyway. So why was that get popular? Maybe it's a thumbnail, you know, there's so many other things that I don't know about the magic sauce that I made for Derpy Test to be popular, or at least highly viewed. And of course, it was like really bad it was mostly just a human animation test, so it wasn't meant to be anything extraordinary. So like the animation was like so bad. It's just like can I make, you know, as a personal challenge to be like, personally, can I make human animation? It was like, that was the test of it. And it was like, yeah, that kind of worked out. But everyone watched it, and then it's like, oh, great. Yeah. Boop boop doo. To take money from a channel. Somewhat. I can check right now to see what my last period is. Let's check. Because who cares, you know? It's like, it's not, you know, it's nothing crazy. For the last, let's see. That'd be paid. I think the last time I got paid from YouTube directly was in July of last year. So since then, let's call it a year. Since then, I've made $49. From July to June. Yeah. So, and the fun part of YouTube, if you don't know, is that you be part of the partner system and you get paid by the ads. Ads are so small pay-wise that imagine a cent like 1 penny. Imagine dividing that cent into 100 pieces. And then let's say that one ad you watched gave me 1% of that penny. Yeah. So you actually need a whole lot of ads. Some pay more, but on the whole, it's like, it feels like that. So, I really only make so many views, you know, and obviously, I'm super grateful for it, but it's like, I can't actually pull that money out until I reach $100. So, I cannot get this money that I've earned, and so it's just rotting in YouTube's bank until I happen to reach $100. So please watch the videos, please share it. I don't know on my end what I need to do, because I don't know. So yeah, for your part will be to watch it and share it with people and like it and do all the regular YouTube stuff, I guess. All the regular stuff to be like, because then I think comments are the new thing, where that adds credibility to your video to say like, oh, people watch it and commented or something. So something like that, I guess, or maybe likes or subscribing obviously would also help. But obviously I'm not struggling. Obviously I have a job, and that's actually paying tenfold or more of what I'm getting per day on YouTube, like a billion times more. So I'm not struggling. I'm fine. I'm financially stable. I did a CD, so recently, and I actually got paid back from that. So that's like a special bank thing where you can kind of weirdly put your money into this holding area inside the bank. We can set up a certain amount, and then over time it gains money. And so I just pulled it out, and I actually got like a whole bunch of money just by having it sit in the bank for a while. So I'm good. I'm having fun just doing this as a hobby now and changing it up to being like, yeah, I don't have to actively work on it too much, but obviously I'm doing this every week, but just a little behind the curtain there. It's like, yeah, I'm okay, but obviously be nice to, be able to get the money that I've earned more frequently, from YouTube's bank, to be like, hey, look, I'm working on stuff. Can I please, get money that I want? So, and obviously I've only made like $50 in 1 year just from ads, but I haven't been, super optimizing it or doing all the crazy stuff I need to and making 3-hour videos every week. So, yeah, there could be a lot more things I can do, but there's some things you can do. So we're trying to work together to do this. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'd like to get some juice here, and I can yell about more stuff. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Is that are we good on comments? Let's see. I'm gonna refresh this page real quick. Oop, I got an ad. Wanted to check how many likes I got. Cool, okay. So, yeah. I got my own ad, my own video, so I just refreshed it. So, maybe if I can... Ooh, that'd be dumb. What if I... What if I break the stream more often, and then I ask you guys to refresh the page to be like, oh, the stream's back. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, I had a technical thing. And then all you guys refresh it, and then an ad appears, and then I get another 2% of a penny. Yeah, infinite money glitch. Yeah. God. Okay. Anyway, hi, Keely. What do we got? I want to say Kelly, but that seems there's too many L's in there. Welcome. How you doing? I have an arm I can try and go. But yeah, welcome. Just get off. I just finished a little conversation about the behind the scenes of YouTube, of how much I have not been paid as not been paid. Well, I got money, but I haven't been paid for it yet. So it's kind of how do I get money for that? But yeah, finished storyboarding Fluttershy animation on stream, and now we're going to transition into telling you what the rest of the month is going to look like. So buckle in. Let's see. So today's the 8th. We did a stream, so check on that. Check mark. So 9th tomorrow. I think we'll have a stream. We'll do Princess Peach showtime with my mom. I think that'll work out. And then the 15th will be next Saturday. Okay, let's back up then. So the 14th, I'll be going to an airport at around 3 a.m. on Friday. So not only will I have to do a full day on Thursday, but also of work, I'll have to then somehow wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. and then go to the airport for a vacation. It'll be a weekend vacation. So it'll be fun, but I guess it'll just be stressful trying to do all that. And then so I'll be gone the whole weekend, so that means on Saturday and Sunday, 15th and 16th will not have a stream. So I'll probably let you guys know by then. Then I'll hopefully by that time on the 16th we'll be able to I guess before I go, I'll have the Fluttershy animation that we worked on today. I'll have that done and uploaded on the 16th. So I'll be able to schedule it, and if it doesn't work, I'll probably have to download the video and then post it from offline, I guess. And then I'll be back for the 22nd, so 2 weeks Saturday from then, and then I guess we'll do more Paper Mario and go from then. So, yeah, it's gonna get busy, but just to do all that, so I'll have to finish a lot of work because I had like 100 plates order that I think I got done. Hopefully, I got all the plates done, but they're all correct. Got those all done yesterday, so I'll have to hopefully focus on more orders that came in. I think some more came in while I was out on Friday. So Monday I'll have to do a whole bunch of stuff and catch up between like the next 2 weeks to make sure I'm good. So and then come home each day and try and do the Fluttershy animation and then even more. So I'll be busy. So hopefully you guys will miss me during that time after Sunday. So, but yeah, that's the outlook for the next month or so. And then we'll go back to normal after that with the 22 and 23 2 weeks from now streams, and then 29th will probably be more Paper Mario. Dazzle in Your Door remake, which I am pleasantly surprised, but there's some little things here and there that's like, oh, I don't like that change, you know. But it's definitely looking like a definitive version, so I'm happy with that. But otherwise, yeah, I think that's about it. So, sorry this was completely mess of a stream, but we pulled through it, and we did it. We're together again. So yeah. Script changes in Paper Mario. Yeah, I think there was something else. I was like, yeah. They're hit and miss. I think in the early parts, there's like a couple things that's like, oh, okay, we're just trying to, you know, cover our, you know, cover ourselves if we, you know, let some of this kind of dialogue get through again. I think on the whole, I think it's okay, but definitely there are some that's like, oh. trying to do it. And we'll see in about halfway into the game, there's some interesting developments that happen. So we haven't even met her yet in my game yet, in my playthrough. So get excited for that. But yeah, that's definitely the biggest change that they did, or at least the most noteworthy with the character. I don't want to spoil it, but I guess, you know, half of you guys probably already know it already for a 20-year-old game. That means also mean it's a whole new generation. People not knowing about it. So look out for that. That might take a couple months. Plan to try and do more balance of doing more pony stuff or just animation and drawing and stuff kind of streams intermediately between Paper Mario, so I'm not just doing huge blocks of it again. So try and find some good stopping points and be like, okay, that was a good progress into the game. I did do some grinding, I'll say that. I went into the Shrunk Fortress and then beat up fuzzies for a couple hours and then leveled up a couple times. So I think I leveled up like 2 or 3 times between streams. So I'll probably stop around there, but yeah, I don't want to actually be too over leveled, but put them into some flower power and some HP, I think. So I'll be a little buffed up, but try not to be too overpowered. But at least it'll make some of the next kind of battles a little simpler. At least I'll have more what are essentially mana points to be able to do more powerful attacks for longer. So, yeah. Because I feel like only having like 3 or 5 FP at the start is like a joke. Like you can only do maybe 1 or 2 attacks and then like you have to like heal up after that, and it's like, how many honey, what are they, honey jars to refill your FP is so much, yeah. So I put more stats into leveling up the FP to make it a little bit simpler, and then HP to make sure I don't die too quickly. So, but yeah, it was fun at work. Just like, okay, just turn my brain off and just destroy a whole horde of fuzzies. You know, exterminating them over and over to get some level ups. Eventually, the drops in star points they give is a little less each time. So they used to give like 3 or so. Each fuzzy will give like 3 star points, and then you level up, and then it's like 2. You level up, and then it's 1. So that means you have to like kill 100 fuzzies to get a level up. If I do it like that way, so. But at that point, I was like, okay, yeah, that might be a bit much. So I'll just stop it from there. Yeah. But yeah. Well, welcome, Irish. Hopefully you can watch the VOD of this. I'll say that the beginning of this was a bit of a mess, so you might wanna skip a little further into the VOD stream once this is up. To actually get to the actual drawing portion. I had some technical difficulties at the start, so but now we're here now, and I'm able to talk to you guys. This is always fun. I can see all your fresh faces is great. Yeah. It's yes. I put some of your pictures in there in the fan art. We got a nice spread of I wouldn't say skill, but at least that's the only way to really kind of look at it objectively. So, but I think they're all great. So I'm just happy that all of them are. You guys even care. It's always really great. So appreciate that from pretty deep down. It's amazing. So thank you for all the support. It does mean a lot. So please, you know, keep watching, keep having fun, you know. Don't know what happens. So yeah, I'll leave you with weird this, ominous that kind of message. yeah, we will have a stream tomorrow and then not a stream next Saturday. So, and next Sunday. So that should be the only ones that we probably will skip fully. At least in the near future. I don't know about July per se, but at least the June forecast will just have the two of those be canceled for me going on vacation. And I'll leave it at that. what I'm doing. So, but yeah, I think I'll wrap it up now. So thank you guys again. I'll hopefully maybe figure out why my character animator is broken. It is in beta, I suppose, or at least I don't know how to download the not beta now. So I might be broken until they release a new update. Maybe if people start yelling at Adobe to say like, hey, this broke or something, put in a ticket or something. But yeah, until then, I'll have to deal with this now. Or just slightly hopping up and down Derpy, I guess. Jeez. Anyway, thank you guys. Woo, 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 woo. Guess I can layer it. There we go. Thank you. I'll see what I can do. Yeah. Thank you guys. I'm trying to wave, I guess. Here we go. Thank you. Yeah. And then I'll find a button to take me out. So thank you guys. All right. See you tomorrow. All right. Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.